Welcome back, guys, and we're back again. This time we're going to be checking over the Minecraft Education Edition, and by that I don't mean the Education Edition that you can just click on by activating cheats on your worlds. I'm talking about the actual Minecraft Education Edition, the resource that teachers are using these days to teach children anything from coding, problem solving, and all that sort of good stuff. So as you can see there, it's a game-based learning platform that promotes creativity, collaboration, problem solving in an immersive digital environment. Educators in more than 115 countries are using Minecraft Education Edition across the curriculum. So it is in fact a way for teachers to be able to reach their students and teach them in a much different way than just being in the classroom, especially currently at the moment. It might be hard to get to your school or your classroom. They might be shut. So this is an excellent way to actually get teaching or get your children learning something different. We won't get to the gameplay quite yet. That'll come shortly. But first of all, if you want to check out, they've got a lot of educated resources. This is the actual teachers themselves. They can come get it from their first lesson kit, tech support, build challenges, ideas for their classroom to actually go ahead and do. You can find lessons on there, join the community, and of course learn how to play. It's always good to actually know what you're doing before you go ahead and teach other people. Now it's fairly easy to download. You just got to head to the education.minecraft.net, follow the get started, and just choose what device is good for you and which one you want to download it on. And not only that, it does come for free, including that for Windows 10 and Mac OS. Trial licenses are limited to 25 logins per teachers and 10 logins for students before having to purchase a subscription. And I installed it myself. It probably only took about 10 minutes or less. They do have some handy videos explaining what is game-based learning, and the way they describe is two different ways, which is gamification. Some teachers use gamification to reward and recognise students' behaviour, and also game-based learning, which is some teachers will leverage games as vehicles for learning. Which, as we all know, does work quite well for children because, when you really want to get something done, it's going to encourage you to actually stay on there and see it through to the end. And these are the pros that they do have listed for each category. With that, let's get straight into the game, and as you can see, I've not got the full version, so you do actually need a children or a school email account to be able to log in, but we do have some demo versions to show, and we'll start with the Hour of Code 2020. And with this one, it's basically going to give you a starter or introduction into how it works and the coding. As you can see, we've got the choices to create a world, lesson plan, or share the link. Obviously, with the lesson plan, you can just click on that and it will take you straight into the actual plan for the lesson, any side notes that you might need to know prior to going through and teaching any students about it and what you're going to have to do. So it's going to take you straight through to a page, and it's got all the handy links you need there, plus the answer keys. If you scroll down a little bit, it's got the theme overview and lesson objectives with bullet points in order of what you're supposed to do. With that, in game, it's going to take you to a book straight away that you read, and it provides a nice explanation in there of what's going on and what they're going to have to do and the steps they're going to have to follow. It seems that the villagers and the pillagers seem to have a problem and can't communicate with each other, so they're going to need your help with that. So we head over to the caretaker, and he provides a very detailed explanation of what we're going to have to do and start, and we choose what way that we actually want to start coding. They do tell you that blocks is the easiest way to start with, and I would of course suggest that myself. As you see there on the right hand side, it loads up a little screen, and this is basically how you're going to learn or start learning your coding, by fitting stuff into the puzzle and making it do what you want it to do. Now, it does obviously have instructions all the way through, and it will basically guide you through step by step what you're supposed to be doing with these codes, and you're supposed to follow the way that it tells you to do, just to get acquainted on how to use it. After, it will prompt you to use the Python code just to also get used to that, which is a slightly more complex way of coding. Not completely complex, it does have, again, a very handy way of showing you how, but it's the way of typing it rather than dragging and dropping boxes into a certain place. So as you can see, it instructs you, gives you an activity, and you've got to change it to do what they've asked you to do. In this case, it's just moving the NPC just a certain amount of spaces and getting used to using Python as a way of coding, rather than just dragging and dropping the blocks. At this point, the tutorial is pretty much done. Once you finish doing that, you're going to run it, make sure it does the correct thing, and once you've finished, head over to the caretaker, which will tell you that you finished, click finish, and you get a very handy little certificate, which you can in fact download and click on the link to get. Once you've completed the tutorial, you're going to be taken out and you're going to find lots of different things that you can do within the world, and you can start activities or maybe do them later if you don't want to start them now. And I think it's a really handy tool because it really will keep the children actually concentrated on what they're doing, the activity, and bring everybody together, get everybody working together to actually solve these codes. Not only that, they've got a really handy immersive reader, which once you've clicked open will open up a whole other screen and it will read to you exactly what the task is. And yeah, I can't stress how good this is and the nice little feature they've added, and I'm really happy they do have it on here. And now all your pupils can get along, get through these challenges, see if they can get the right codes, ask for help off their friends, or maybe go it alone if they want to learn themselves, and you're going to be there to help them and guide them through as well. And being Minecraft, obviously no offensive language or anything like that can be typed through or shared with other fellow players, leaving a fun, safe environment for everybody to get learning in. So thanks for watching, I really hope that's helped and you can now understand what the Education Edition is on Minecraft.